Generals, gentlemen.
So we're getting into game, gentlemen and ladies as well. Onto the red side, we have BMA. We got Agi in the top lane playing Renekton. We got Point in the jungle. Sorry, this is actually Legendary is on the red side. So, yeah, Point in the jungle on the Elise. We need more gold in the mid lane on Ziggs. Weddy in the bottom lane on Alistair support. The marksman is Adam playing Caitlyn. And onto our left side, we have Legendary. We have ADC, my bad, Hardwell in the bottom lane as Thresh, taking that Ignite to deal a little bit more damage. Chiseled Bra.
Oh, Adam may get caught by the death sentence here, playing a risky game. Hardwell's on the chase, doesn't have the boost. He finds the death sentence, and that's going to be our first blood. Adam's incredibly low and will get absolutely destroyed. Spike picks that one up. Very, very important, having that fed top laner.
Hardwell has given, just through his death sentence, so many first bloods to his team. He's great at doing that. Well done, Hardwell, being very aggressive in that early game, going for the invade and getting a first blood onto their marksman. That's going to spell a lot of trouble for a Legendary right now.
That's exactly what happened in the first game.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but again, going in for those invades, and it's just really silly because against such a strong invade comp with the Thresh, you really need to position a lot more safely in those brushes there indeed. But we are in our second game here. Our first game, we did see BMA pick up the victory against Legendary.
Yeah, if not, he's just trying to be a bit more safer, especially since that Thresh is so strong. His Ignite, two Ignites were used in that engage, and no summoners were burnt on Legendary's side. So the early game, you don't really need the Ignite too much in the early game. It's great to secure those first bloods, but very controlled. Adam did not blow the flash there, and BMA starting at his red buff, Point also starting at the red. Alistair picking up that Relic Shield, trying to give his 8 marksman a little bit more gold into the early game, and helping him survive past the... Sorry, giving him a bit more regen to heal back that poke in the early game.
So in the top lane, a very classic matchup. We do see Spike didn't actually recall and return with an item, so must be saving up for that really fast giant spell. Definitely gives her a lot more survivability in the lane.
Yeah, Spike doing a decent harass onto Agi. Agi just not being able to answer that at level 1. Spike throwing down the burnout, just a lot more damage, and throwing out each of those auto attacks is great on Shyvana. Both taking the Doran shield. The very first health potion getting popped on Renekton. So he'll be chugging some health back into this bottom lane though. Quite an even matchup. Both Lucian and Caitlyn are picking up each CS whenever they can and trying to poke at the same time. Oh, getting it dropped fair low there, Adam, but answering it with onto the poke onto Chiseled Bra.
Chiseled Bra living up to the Lucian lane harass that we have come to love and nurture so very much. So already is trading very well in the CS and of course the engages here. Doran's shield onto both of our top lane is very, very standard. Agi doing a fair bit of damage though, but taking something in return. This top lane is getting pretty vicious here, and we do see Spike trying to recall, but there is BMA as well looking for a gank. Agi is very, very low, does have his flash and the Ruthless Predator available, so a dive would be very, very hard to actually make happen.
Yeah, Shyvana needs to play it either really aggressively or really slow right now. It's just trying to waste BMA's time in the top lane. Elise is nearby right now, so it really feels like a dead giveaway that Spike's up there just by how slow she's not like pushing the wave into his turret, and it's just trying to make sure Agi gets out of that turret range and comes closer to BMA. Point warding that Tri-Brush up, but BMA still has not been found.
Point's level 4 as well. BMA ADC only level 3, but Agi is just so low, won't even matter. Point going in for the gank, but there goes BMA ADC. Won't get his full burst, going for Point instead. Spike gets caught by the Cocoon, locked down for way too long. Repel will be the killing blow, but Agi picks him up.
Great job, Point. BMA just sticking around a little bit too long. Point get dropped quite low there.
Oh. Flashes, but not able to get the Ruthless Predator stun in time for the counter flash of BMA ADC.
So even though Shyvana got dropped there, Spike is ahead in CS by nearly 10 over Agi, so it was all worth in the end. Grabbing a Doran Blade and a Cloth, entering back the lane, give a bit more sustainability and survival. ability.
In the mid lane, 7 CS disparity here for Excalibur, so really doing pretty well for himself in this lane. BMA ADC trying to hold the tower, but Agi and Point are pressuring it down quite low. Nice harassment as well from Point, but here comes Spike just to reinforce the lane. We'll return with a Doran's Blade and a Cloth Armor, so we'll have definitely some better trades.
Yeah, especially against Renekton. Renekton's all physical damage. He is just backing off, probably trying to get, going to go buy some items himself right now. Hardwell just walking over those traps right now. He doesn't want his chiseled bra to walk over them and get caught out. I feel like the Alistair Caitlyn lane isn't working out to the best of its abilities. It's more of that late game. We want to use Alistair in the laning phase. Alistair seems quite weak, and he also naturally pushes the wave since he keeps healing his minions. So right now they want to freeze a minion wave at their brush line.
Alistair's a very defensive support. He can't really engage very well, but he will get caught by the death sentence. There is a bit of harass from Chiseled Bra, but Adam returning with his own auto attack in the mid lane. Pretty aggressive positioning. We need more gold. He's out of mana though, so not able to throw many more of those bouncing bombs.
Both mid laners are really low on mana right now, at least trying to put a lot of pressure there. If BMA is waiting in the win, but he's quite low right now. He cannot join this team fight, which happening in the middle lane. Oh, but both mid laner and jungle will be back off right now. A couple of trades happening in the top lane. Agi and Spike going 1-for-1.
Quite a fast Negatron cloak for Agi, which is fantastic. Will take a lot less damage from the burnout especially, so that's going to help out trades a fair bit there in that top lane.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of magical damage which comes out from Spike. You don't really think about it too much, but it's just landing that flame breath and getting as many auto attacks on. The burnout actually doing a fair amount of magical damage. If Shyvana goes for that Sunfire Cape first, it won't be that effective, especially against a early Negatron Cloak Renekton.
But Spike is just farming so well with the burnout. Agi having a hard time. 15 CS behind. Has the boots as well for that extra move speed. So we really do need to see some more successful ganks coming out of Point on that Elise. Has hit level 6, which will be nice for the Spider form.
Point's actually the only jungler to get a successful gank off this entire game. So I think he's doing a decent job right now. Both top laners now hitting level 6, matching in damage, but I think Spike's level 6 is a bit more strong. Getting that Dragon Scent in, or Executioner's Cut. Oh, I don't know what it is.
Death Sentence?
The hooks.
Yep, that'll do for now. Agi getting very low. Had the Dominus available for that huge health boost. Spike also then has the Dragon's Descent, which is fantastic for diving. So it's interesting interaction where they both spike at a pretty similar sort of strength. That not Spike as in the player Spike. Spike as in the damage and health Spike indeed. So we could...
A lot of confusion with the spikes there.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
it's too many spikes for my likings.
Nah, Agi needs to be really careful. Getting hit by those flame strikes and going in, trying to get some CS, needing to get those cannon minions. It's just going to spell a terrible trade. He's going to take more damage because of that flame strike. That's 2% of your health in damage, plus the auto attacks. And if he does use the twin bite, it will be 4% of the health taken away.
I thought Spike may have committed to the dive then, but will not for now. Point back in the lane. This could be a killing blow onto Spike's Shyvana, but Agi just too low. Not going to want to try and pick that fight when he can just get bursted down so easily. Yeah,
Excalibur doing a really good job against the Ziggs. Pretty much the exact same builds coming from either mid laner, but just being slightly ahead in the CS game, showing his dominance over the Ziggs. Ziggs just unable to pick him up. Unfortunately, Chiseled Bra taking those golems, extra CS, and grabbing the Dark Passage into lane. It's very fitting for a Lucian. Hardwell looking for the hooks onto Adam. Will it be able to do anything? I don't think so. Chiseled Bra's quite low right now. I don't think she wants to engage on Adam.
Both of our marksmen having the BF sword, so we'll be pretty similar in terms of the damage. The boots, though, onto Chiseled Bra will give him even more mobility combined with the Relentless Pursuit. But in the top lane, it's very interesting to see Renekton get this far pushed back by the Shyvana. Typically, it's the other way around. Renekton just has such good early lane bully until Shyvana does get the Sunfire Cape and then has a much easier time sustaining. So had Agi gone for a more aggressive game with the Doran's Blade rather than the shield and also a Brutalizer, but look at the Flay, fantastic work with the Death Sentence. Points moving in to gank this lane, but so is BMA ADC, who will get the better gank. Hardwell gets caught by the Cocoon and a fair bit of poke. Put of a Peacemaker as well on the side. Hard Hardwell not feeling too good right now.
Yeah, got a lot of poke onto himself then. That flame did not connect onto Adam then. The damage happened, but the knockback, the side knockback of it did not occur unless he was directly underneath the model of Hardwell. Yeah, so pretty much in the top lane, Agi got poked too low at level 1, and once he hit level 2, level 3, he actually got to level 2 later than what Spike did. He was not able to use his aggression onto Spike and essentially transitioned into a little bit under par compared to what Spike is. Spike just doing a great job of harassing.
Oh, nice knockback there with the headbutt. There's a Cullen doing a fair bit of damage. Point getting incredibly low, repels into the air, but BMA wants to get the killing blow. He finds it in the end, and can he back away for now? Does find the Lantern when he's quite low, out of mana, but that's a free kill in that bottom lane.
Yeah, targeting at least the entire time. Adam was just free-shotting them, free-shotting onto Chiselbra and BMA. 3 bot laners very low right now, having to back off and possibly picking up that Elder Lizard. Yes, he does pick up the Spectral Elder Lizard, and that's going to be a lot of damage coming out for Kha'Zix right now. It's exactly what he needs. Throwing out that Flame Strike and showing his dominance in the top lane. Spike.
Dragon is free and ready for the taking. A lot of ward coverage as well here for Best Mechanics odds. That's quite nice to see. Both have vision on the Dragon as well, but just definitely not as many wards for Legendaries. But look how weak this bottom lane for Best Mechanics odds is getting.
Yeah, they really need to back off now. They need to get that Bloodthirst, so they just got to pick up the easy CS and then back off after that. Kha'Zix most likely coming down on the bot lane to help them out and push their enemy bot laner further back.
Already getting a bit of harassment there from BMA ADC. Adam did a fair bit of damage onto that turret. The long range of Caitlyn really is nice for attacking the tower from afar.
Yeah, she has that superior range, and you just cannot compete to it when you got a Lucian and Thresh, especially when they're so low as what they are. Oh, that nearly connected. The 9 caliber net just getting out of the hook range. But yeah, I feel once Agi backs off and actually finishes off his Spectral Wraith, Spectral Visage, and comes in the lane and duels Spike, I believe Renekton will have that superiority, getting more health back to his Color the Meek, Color the Weak, Color the Meek, and taking less damage from all of Spike's damage.
Spectre's Cowl or Spirit Visage?
Spirit Visage.
Ah, righto. So Agi getting quite low here. Spike really on the chase, still hasn't burnt any of those ultimates in that top lane.
Yeah, neither have them. They're just trying to edge each other of it. It's so low right now. Agi is. If she used the Dragon Descent, I think she. Oh, no.
Agi's waiting for the Dragon's Ascent. He needs to hold on to the Dominus until Spike pops her Dragon's Ascent, because otherwise, once the Dominus wears off, going for it now actually, so a bold move going for the engagement here, but when that wears off, that will allow Spike to dive with the Dragon's Ascent. May just recall now, exactly, he doesn't want to stick around in the lane without the Dominus, because he's going to be easy pickings if he gets dived.
Yeah, that's an extra 400 HP out of nowhere that Dominus gives you, as well as extra damage around. So yeah, picking up that Spirit Visage straight away, point clearing off his 3rd red buff right now. And it seems as if he's going straight for that Golem, so there might be more of a tanky engagement at least. Spike just pressuring this top lane. Probably going to put this to half health. Renekton should be able to answer in time. And they should not be... Shyvana should not be able to get the first turret of the game.
She's taking it pretty low though. Agi moving in, looking on a much healthier health bar though, which is always a good thing to have in that top lane. So for now, a lot of CS across the board going towards BMA. Only the bottom lane is on par here. Pinging for the Dragon. BMA ADC may go for it. He has a fair bit of damage and could solo it if he's unnoticed, but he is noticed. There is a ward there from Legendary, so they know what's up.
Yeah, they know exactly what's going to do. At least should be answering. This bottom lane is getting pushed. Adam and Weddy doing a great job. Ooh, Thresh get caught in the river. No, he does not. And BMA and BMA and Excalibur trying to ping to clear off this pink ward.
There goes the ward, and also the ward legendary was cleared. Point getting bursted quite hard. Pops the Void Assault for BMA. And we'll back away from that one, so no kills just yet. Really facing off around this Dragon in the top lane. Spike getting quite low, but still being behind an item is continuing to trade effectively against Agi.
Yeah, actually, Agi has been able to actually win, or actually do some substantial damage to Spike and go par with him. Both ultimates are available. Oh, actually, just Dragon Ascent's available for Spike. Dominus is still on a little bit of a cooldown right now. Actually, no, it just came up now. So that available. If Shyvana goes back right now, Renekton can put a lot of pressure on the top lane. Points getting really low.
Spike wants to return with the item down the hellbar. Dominus being popped now. Dragon's Ascent for the disengage would be the best choice here, but taking a lot of tower shots. Nice juking, getting Agi very, very low. Means he can't stick around for too long and push that tower.
Using that Dominus pretty early and then using the turret dive. But should be able to push this wave down quite quickly, and yes, did. As much as we said, trying to get that top turret down though.
So Spike now will return with a Bilgewater Cutlass and a pair of boots. So we'll have a lot more trade ability, especially with that. But look how low this tower is getting. Agi absolutely chunking through that one with the help of the minions. So Spike did have to back, but now did lose the tower as a result. So that's going to be the first tower of the game. Agi picking that one up.
Yeah, hopefully backing off straight away. There's this Kha'Zix waiting in the wind. Not too far away. There's a lot of action being done in the top lane and the bot lane. We haven't really seen too much in this mid lane. Both Athene unholy grails are being finished, so they want to be able to deal as much damage be able to throw out their spells as often as possible while getting the most amount of magic resist and mana regen as possible.
And we can see that in the CS. The mid lane has had the least action, and that's why they're above in CS. Both of our mid laners have the highest CS in the game. About a 15 disparity for Excalibur though on the Orianna, but for now Agi's turn to be quite low and be forced away under the tower. The tower also is not looking too strong, so it could get taken out if Agi backs off.
Yeah, Agi should not be able to back off right now. Spike is just bought that Cutlass, does not have much extra resistance against Agi, so Agi should be able to actually fight the Shyvana.
But the Bilgewater Cutlass really can set up that death under the tower. Dragon's Descent is now available, and Dominus just being refreshed too. So the ults have reset. Agi going in for a bit of aggressive play here. Dominus hasn't been popped just yet, but he may do so out of desperation. Agi is dropping very, very low indeed. That's the Ignite as well, and the Dominus Dragon sent into the tower, taking the tower shots, but will it pay off? Ignite and the Burnout is ticking, but won't secure the kill.
Yeah, flashed through each other they did. They didn't want to get taking more turret shots, and Agi wanted to get away from that Dragon as quick as he possibly could. Kha'Zix getting caught right now. Point doing a lot of damage on a BMA. Well, Excalibur just waiting off to the side to throw out that sneaky command Protect into a Shockwave. Does not, and they just disengage. I haven't seen one Shockwave this entire game.
They're really holding on to his ultimates, even the Mega Bombs as well. Generally, you see Mega Bombs thrown into the other lanes just for the CSing and to prevent tower pushing. So really conserving these ultimates, the complete opposite of our top lane.
Yeah, these top lane, they just throw out the ultimate every time it's off cooldown. This mid lane is just the farm fest. They do not want to waste that very rare mana that they can throw at the minion wave.
But it looks as though Legendary going for the Dragon once BMA did recall. So fantastic timing, knowing when to get Dragon. BMA ADC is moving in, does have the smite, but not in time. Really, really good play there, holding on for the Dragon until they knew that the bottom lane of best mechanics was backed away.
Yeah, as soon as Lucian and Thresh went there, there's not the catching potential. You can't get the BMA, can't just jump. Sorry, high on BMA cannot just jump into there and try to smite steal it and get the Dark Passage out. And then Lucian cannot activate the culling to zone potentially everyone out of the dragon pit. Yes.
Yeah, it's really good dragon sealing between those three champions. Piercing Light as well, Ardent Blaze, like it's good engage and disengage, Relentless Pursuit. So Lucian can disengage if he gets caught. So it's actually a good attempt if they win with that steal there. Weddy backs away just fine though, but the CS is going towards Chiseled Bride, not by a lot. But compared to Adam, they're both going to have the Bloodthirster, but the Sheen onto Lucian, whereas a Pickaxe onto Caitlyn. That is our variation of these marksman items, but really the gold is so similar. Just going ahead a little bit here for Legendary because of the Dragon and that top turret, but overtaking with their own tower in the bottom lane.
With that Sheen pick off Lucian, his all-in is much more stronger, so combined with Hardwell's Thresh, he will be able to fight Adam. His damage will be much more potent against Adam than that of the Pickaxe.
Uh-oh. Face checking against the Kha'Zix, and a Death Sense flashes away from that though. That was a close one here. Excalibur getting cocooned for now. BMA ADC not able to get the burst to lock down our 6.
Unfortunately, there's a long travel time. That command and attack had a fair distance to cover. We need more gold. Very quick on that flash, paying attention a lot. Bit of taunting the top lane. Just taking a free poke from Spike there.
They both have a lot more tank items. Spike with the chain vest, but there's BMA ADC for a kill. Dominus under the tower. Agi just won't die. He refuses to drop under his tower.
He picked up some much more tanky items. Getting that Warden's Mail, grabbing that Giant's Belt. He's gone straight for that Omen. Wow. He did a lot of damage to BMA right then. Ruthless Predator under turret, and you just get dropped so low.
That will force the recall. They may stick around until Dominus wears off. Definitely not as tanky when it has worn off, but that's going to be a risky move. Running through the brush, not able to get the cancel in time.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him interrupt BMA's teleport there, but Spike getting dropped really low. There's the stun coming out, but just walking away from that.
Agi is starting to catch up in CS. He's still 20 behind, but that's a lot less than what he had been throughout the early game. So with the Spirit Visage, it really did give him the tankiness that he needed, especially now with the Warden's Mail and the Giant's Belt going towards that Randuin's.
Wow, that bottom turret is one shot away from being taken out. It's a prime target for Legendary to take now. They're going to be their second turret of the game. They actually got a turret this game. It's great. The gold is dead even right now. Oh, no, it's just into their favor right now. Legendary pulling ahead.
All 4 members there of Legendary definitely securing that dragon, the turret rather. Dragon being not available for the takings despite the positioning. So now they may just rotate to the middle and try and pressure that one down.
Yeah, it's going to be much stronger. There's 4 people going there. Both top laners cannot join these fights right now. They are both so low in HP. I feel like Renekton can get more back if he actually gets in there, gets 50 ferociousness, and Collington makes the minion wave and hits the hits Spike. He'll get about 250 to 300 health back there.
Spike going for the recall. Must be able to finish up the Sunfire Cape. Tower very, very low. May get the tower first, though. Agi not too happy about that one, though. We'll try to ward him off.
Yeah, that turret is one shot from being taken out. Agi returning some damage onto Spike. Spike just running away. Dragon Descent is available. Dominus is available. And both summoner spells are coming back for both top laners.
Yeah, that's going to be crucial here. But BMA ADC just in time for the dive. Dominus being popped, but Ignite on the run. And that is the assassination from BMA ADC. Tower shotting won't secure the kill because of that leap reset.
Yeah, I would have liked high on BMA just to one-shot that turret since he was underneath it. But he did a great dive there, paying attention, trying to get that sneaky, desperate, ruthless Predator out to get to make sure that BMA died on a turret. But unfortunately, it was not enough damage, and they secured their second turret of the game and backing off right now. And
finally, Agi died 22 minutes into the game, and that was his first death despite all of the action here. So now having the Randuin's Omen will be fantastic for those engages, especially in the team fights more than anything. Having that massive slow can really help things out. So the game slowing down for now, but Dragon spawning up soon should shake things up just a little bit.
Yeah, we hopefully see a contest over this. Both teams quite even right now. It was into Legendary's favor, but after they got that top turret top turret destruction and kill, BMA has now pulled ahead. So best mechanics Australia, showing why they are the best mechanics in Australia. Spike's getting some sneaky farm. There's no point going straight at the top lane. It's really pushed. She will probably apply some pressure in the mid lane. Kha'Zix's roaming through the jungle, being very aggressive, knowing how to play this off. Having the upgraded wings and claw is going to have some really good isolation damage, as well as engagement potential.
But it's Excalibur, she's the one that's going to really be chunking Deathcap and the Unthink's Holy Grail with the Source, but got to be careful of her. So much CS allowing her to get those items up really fast. Looks as though we do have a mid-tower siege, 5 against 5. They're all here in this lane, wanting to make these plays happen.
Top and mid are both ahead for BMA, so if they can play that to their aggression, that top lane's going to keep getting pushed. There's a 5-man group ball in the mid. Shyvana is trying to walk around the wing, either to ward or to get a sneaky push from behind the turret, pushing them into the rest of her team.
Positioning for the Dragon, that's fantastic. They may get caught one by one walking through the brush here, not able to get the tower with the fantastic lane clear of Adam's Caitlyn, and we need more gold Ziggs. So going for the invade. Dragon being started though by Team Best Mechanics Oz, and they pick it up indeed, so that's great to see for them. And now Legendary is going through the middle turret.
That's a very quick Dragon ball onto...
Oh, that's a Dragon Descent Shockwave. Fantastic work, but look at the Mega Bomb doing a lot of damage. Hardwell does drop. Spike in the front lines, getting quite low. Agi's going in very, very deep. BMA running for his life, the culling onto the back, doing a fair bit of damage there. Excalibur does pick up Agi. That's a 2-for-1 right now for BMA. Adam, full HP, able to have those long-range auto attacks.
Yeah, she should sit in the back, and that's why she's on full health. So that's why Adam's on full health right now. We need more gold. Quite low right now. Excalibur picking up a sneaky kill onto Agi there, and it looks really good for Legend right now. They They answered that that dragon really well. They can't push this middle wave though. The wave clear is too great of BMA.
But in an extended siege, they do have a bit of an advantage in the fact that Alistair has decided to level up his Triumphant Roar, his heal, so his teammates around him will have more and more health and more damage. A point getting bursted, misses the cocoon. That one is very, very crucial. Adam moving to reinforce. BMA ADC may get caught by the Caitlyn, goes back in and picks up our release, but will get taken out by Adam in return.
He knew he was gone there. He was just trying to get some kind of damage out into Lise. It was the only kind of target, and point got taken down. Great job, BMA. Very aggressive. That hook just missing onto Caitlyn there, clearing off the ward in the brush there. Great job, Hardwell. Yeah, BMA is really far ahead now. There's 3 kills on him. He's been there for pretty much all the kills in the game. He hasn't been there for a 1v1, which must have been the Shyvana Renekton in the top lane. Actually, that would have been in the bottom lane against KO.
But yeah, Elder Lizard buff and the Brutalizer alongside the Hex Drinker, giving him a lot of damage. And I really do like seeing that Hex Drinker onto the Kha'Zix, because it means they have a little bit more tankiness, especially without sacrificing the damage. It's also good because it's quite misleading, because you don't exactly expect the Hex Drinker, even if you know that they have it. So you can sort of get baited into that and end up giving your life in return there.
It's like those bouncing bombs of Ziggs coming out, and you just get hit by one of them, but thank God you've got Hex Drinker and you survive it. But it's not too bad, considering Elise and Ziggs will throw out most of the damage onto BMA, high on BMA ADC. That's why it's a really good pickup. He won't be taking a lot of damage from Renekton, and Caitlyn has to prioritize him over others. So I think it's a good take. We won't see that get upgraded in the Malmortius. People do not like to build that item, I notice.
Typically not in the early game.
Yes.
You do tend to see it be upgraded later on, but at this stage, I think BMA ADC is just more focused on getting the damage to get those assassinations, because he really can just rely on his positioning and his mobility to keep him alive.
Yeah, when he gets those isolation targets, especially with the upgraded claws, it's going to do so much damage. If you can pick someone off in a team fight or catch someone out in the jungle, it would still devastation. That culling annihilating the minion wave, and that middle turret is still alive.
Both of our teams have been trying to pressure down these mid lane turrets, but the lane clear is just too good. Neither party here can actually get the towers, but we may see an engage from Spike. Not backs away for now. Point getting harassed very, very well by Excalibur. Fantastic work with the blue buff, constantly throwing out those command attacks.
Spike, Point unable to engage right now. Has to stay off in the back. Just throw out her volatile Spiderling Cocoon. There's going to be this target and drop right now.
There's a Mega Bomb as well, doing a fair bit of damage. Not able to get the tower. Agi looking for the engage alongside Weddy, but will split up. Best Mechanics Oz and not get there in time, but they may collapse back onto the tower of BMA themselves.
It was just one more auto attack again. Unfortunately, not being able to take that down. A last Whisper getting picked up for Caitlyn, looking to do as much damage as she possibly can against anyone who does not have, or anyone who has armor.
Oh, Hardwell getting caught. This may be the engagement here. Hardwell getting absolutely bursted down, and so does the tower dropping. That is going to be the tower push that we've been waiting for. BMA on the chase, it seems, but in a 4v5, don't want to go for that engage.
Yeah, Legend gonna get the best out of that situation. Grabbing that sneaky cocoon onto the support. Here we go.
Oh, that's a nice shockwave, though. Fantastic work. Keeps BMA alive, and that's going to be Spike for the engage. Legendary do back away unscathed. Chiselbrad looking for a kill, though. When he's getting pretty low to the auto attacks. Agi in the front line, taking a lot of damage, and does jump away just fine. Ardent Blaze picks him up, and that's going to be a 2 for 2 for now.
Adam picking up that kill onto Excalibur.
Oh, that bomb. That almost hit Spike.
I thought it did. But that burnout, just too good. The extra movement speed it gives, just avoiding that. So 1 for 2 there. Excalibur getting picked up with Ace in the hole. Point and Agi going down to Caitlyn. 4 kills onto Kate now. She's looking very powerful.
BMA got incredibly caught, but Legendary going for the collapse onto BMA meant that they were all positioned up and gripped up for that shockwave.
That was a good shockwave.
Yeah, it pretty much turned the team fight around, and that wasn't comboed with the Dragon's Ascent ball carrier there. So these team fights are just so close and so tense. This really is a great series between these two teams. Mega Bomb clearing out the minions. fantastic work. 307 CS now, finally overtaking Excalibur. So it's we need more gold and Excalibur that really are going to be doing the damage.
Yeah, he's using his Mega Death Bomb to pick up those extra farm around the map and pushing waves without having Renekton to actually go into him himself. Having to back off there. That middle turret's so low for Legendary right now.
But look at this ward coverage over the Dragon. Really, really good coverage from Best Mechanics Oz, and that will allow them to get the Baron and Dragon. And if there is an invade, they will see it coming and will react accordingly. The Dragon being taken, no problems at all by Best Mechanics Oz. Really not a lot of wards here for Legendary, only a handful across the map.
Spike picking up that Blade the Ruined King, looking to do more single target damage against anyone he fights. Very good pickup considering both Renekton and Elise are taking a lot of health in their item builds, as well as Alistair is taking a lot of health. So that's going to be very beneficial. Ziggs finishing off his Void Staff. That's going to spell a lot of damage whenever he hits enemies' abilities. There's some resistance coming down for Shyvana, as well as BMA.
Best Mechanics Oz once again trying to pressure down the mid turret, but the bouncing bomb, satchel charge, and the minefields, especially combined with the put of a Peacemaker, it's just too much lane clear. They can't pressure the turrets down by brute force. They have to go for those split pushes or try and catch someone out and then go in onto a good team fight. Spike's looking for the engagement. Mega Bomb going in. Hardwell getting very, very low, and so is Excalibur. He does drop. That is crucial. There's the Shockwave going out of the fight. Spike trying to make something happen. Weddy pops his ultimate for the tankiness. There's Drag Descent in the middle of the fight. Legendary on the run for their life. Adam getting caught. There's BMA for the assassination and the leaper reset to get him out of trouble. Now Adam does take down our BMA ADC with the ace in the hole. So that's going to be a 2-for-1 for now and will allow Legendary to have reign over this middle inner turret.
Yeah, Excalibur getting a bit too close, and the satchel charge knocking her back, and we need more gold, getting a really easy kill onto them. Legendary backing off now, perhaps even starting a Baron. It's a good chance when you got the jungler right down and you got the mid laner down. BMA diving in so deep and getting dropped, but still getting that disengage out. But you can't escape an ace in the hole when there's no one to block it.
They're going for the Baron. They may well get it. We do see Spike moving in for the steal. Doesn't have the smite, not being the top lane, of course, but that's going to be a free Baron. Fantastic work. Point may get collapsed on here. Randuin's for the slow. Agi moving and has the stun available if he wants to, but Hardwell looking for that death sentence.
Yeah, using that Ruthless Predator, scare him away. Nice animations there. Looking all beautiful. Shyvana going into that top lane, looking to push against this Caitlyn. I don't know if Adam knows that Spike's there, but that was a very easy Baron. It was perfect time. It's what Legend needs to get ahead of BMA right now. They are one game down at this point. Ziggs getting that Seeker's Arm Guard going into the Zhonya's Hourglass. Void Stuff now finally getting finished off for Orianna, so she can match the damage output of her fellow mid laner. We need more gold.
He's barely ahead in gold, pretty much just because of the one kill, so the mid lane is definitely playing a very close game here. Spike continuing to push through the top. A fair bit ahead of CS, though, compared to Agi, now with the Banshee's Veil, so going to be able to tank incredibly well, absorb those pokes, and find the target in the back lines.
A lot of magic damage, magic resist, sorry, coming down for Renekton. He does not want Shyvana to deal so much damage against him on Orianna's poke. He really dislikes that. Looks like Legendary is trying to take control of this middle wave again, doing a 1-3-1 split push, and Renekton's rotating down.
Nice repel into the air. So there's 3 sweeping lenses here for Legendary, whereas only 1 sweeping lens for BMA. So that kind of goes to explain why there are so many wards on the map for Best Mechanics Oz, because they still have those 4 warding totems. But given there's so many sweeping lenses, they can be cleared out quite easily, which we're not really seeing that well. Not exactly the best ward clearing. They're more focused on the lanes rather than looking for those jungle wards and clearing them out.
Yeah, using a sweeping lens on actually a warding totem ward isn't too beneficial, but if you can, since they have some upgraded sweeping lenses, they can remove more than one in one activation, so it's going to be very beneficial. Excalibur getting caught with that.
That's a lot of damage as well. Ace in the hole will secure the kill. Mega Bomb will not. Point going in very deep. There's a Shockwave to keep Excalibur alive. Very defensive work. Spike gets taken out in the backlines by himself. That is a 1 for 0 so far. Edgy's quite low point, incredibly caught. Will drop to Chiselbra, and now 4v4. Things are evening up for now, going for some nice harassment with the bouncing bomb. Hardwell very, very low. Excalibur almost dropping there to We Need More Gold.
Yeah, it was a great hook by Hardwell going over the wall to catch that spider out. You don't want to be in a tough positions against this Thresh. He lands these hooks nearly all the time. Oh, I thought We Need More Gold was going to walk over that trap then, but his friendly trap, so it's all good.
Playing that one well. Again, so close on gold. Managed to get down the towers, rotating to the bottom lane. A good choice there. We Need More Gold positioning quite aggressively. ADC moving in, but Weddy will knock him back for now as the tower is getting pressured. BMA ADC got to be careful. He's quite squishy there. Agi, Adam, We Need More Gold. They're all backing away from this one.
Yeah, We Need More Gold just has to throw out as many bouncing bombs as he possibly can. BMA being very aggressive.
Ooh, he had to flash over the wall. Agi gets caught by the death set. It's fantastic, but there's a Mega Bomb and a Shockwave in the back. Hardwell's going to drop right now alongside BMA. BMA, ADC, Agi will be there, taking the full culling to the face. Again, so even in these fights. A 2 for 1 in that one, but Point walking the long way back into the fight.
Yeah, Point is to get into this fight right now. Hardwell just getting these wicked hooks in. Unfortunately, had to take his life to save his teammate, and they just focused him too much. Removing Kha'Zix out of the game, that's a lot of physical damage that they can pretty much cannot defend against, especially since he's got that last whisper pickup. It's just a lot of almost true damage he's dealing. A lot of aggression pushing into this bottom lane. They should be able to get this tower right now.
Legendary will take this one unless Excalibur can make some plays happen. Spike going in, but again in a 4v2. Here comes Chiselbra on the side looking for an engage. Adam gets hit there by the Ardent Blaze, but the Dragon is ready for the taking.
Yeah, it's up right now. The disengage is coming out from Legendary. I believe they'll go for it. If not, they will try to defend somehow. There's a big minion wall in the top lane. Everyone is coming to this Dragon right now.
They're going to take it in time, though. They get the Barret. No problems at all. Going for the invade, but Adam may get caught here by Spike. Going to back away for now. And look at the bomb harass, but on the side, Hardwell by himself making a bold play of balls there. Weddy is quite low. Culling not able to connect well enough. There's a Shockwave as well, and will take down We Need More Gold. Spikes may drop here. 2 point. One more auto attack will finish him off, but it won't get there in the end. Nice harassment there from Chiselbra and Excalibur. That was a 3 for 0, but getting the Dragon, evening it up. The minions, though, in the mid lane.
Props to Hardwell with that great engage. Oh, Adam having to disengage that. BMA dropped really low right now.
That was a nice crit there. Has to run away for that one with the Talisman of Ascension.
So many shields coming out for his team. Both the Thresh Shield and Orianna's Ball just give so much to BMA. It's more disposable health he can, well, use in each engagement. Shyvana pushing that minion ball away. Spike killing up and possibly backing off and finishing off either the Banshee's Veil or Warden's Omens. I think it's an Omens.
This game is just really, really getting intense here. The gold pretty much on par. This next Baron fight may decide this one here. It really is just about the positioning and how these team fights go, because their comps are very similar. Both good sieging and counter-sieging. Nice AoE CC ultimates there, but just so many wards across the map. Most of the river is warded out by best mechanics odds. We are seeing a bit more here, especially around the Dragon, which was quite nice. That did allow them to get that Dragon for Legendary.
They were down there just previously, so that's probably like the 3-minute wards probably now expiring in the next 2 or so. But yeah, they needed to get a couple of vision just in case they saw BMA rotating down and trying to sneak that Dragon off them. They did not. They secured it very easily. And everyone's just trying to secure their buffs. Mega Bomb coming down. Clear that wave. Thank you. Long range bank money gold coming in for We Need More Gold.
That was an instant 10 CS. 350 to 360 instantly. Hourglass completed now onto We Need More Gold, but a GA onto Excalibur. So both going for the survivability in the team fights here, but in a different means. It can go either way. GA is definitely stronger, but GA has a 5-minute cooldown, where Banshee's Veil obviously 45. So they may have to pick those fights based around the GA, because that really can be the deciding factor.
Yeah, the only problem with GA is if you do burn that too early, it's a 5-minute cooldown, while the Zhonya's is only a minute. So you can...
Oh, Zhonya's not Banshee's Veil. Silly me, yeah. Zhonya's Hourglass.
Yeah, you can make the most out of that in the long run. BMA choosing to max the... I don't understand why he's that color with the claws like that. I believe he hasn't maxed his claws. Hasn't evolved his claws. Yep, he has not evolved his claws at all. It's very misleading. I was curious of why his Void Spikes were going into a 3-prong.
Yeah, evolving it. Also, they did buff the scaling with his evolving the Void Walk, so it gives him more survivability and utility in those team fights. So that's nice to see, adapting to the changes of the most recent patch. BMA ADC looking to a poke, but look how fantastic that ace in the hole was, taking BMA ADC down incredibly low, and means he's going to have to recall. He can't go for this team fight with that low HP, and that may allow Legendary the time to force the Baron or force the team fight.
Yeah, Adam doing a good job of using the ace in the hole to its advantage. Instead of using it mid-team fight or at the end of a team fight for an execution, he's used it to remove BMA and delay this engage, and it looks like they will try to get this Baron. They're trying to secure the Baron. They're trying to put objectives, get wards on it, get some vision, try to just bully out BMA essentially from this Baron.
Not able to make something happen in time, as BMA ADC now has returned to this fight preparation. It's getting quite tense as they're all sitting around looking to make the play. As you can just initiate this fight so well, and booting the Banshee's Veil is quite important, means you can lock him down if you need to. So there's a fantastic Death Sentence. That may start the team fight. Nope. The Death Sentence not able to this time around. Spike looking for the engage perhaps, and will get headbutted away by Wetty.
Yeah, Wetty doesn't want any of that Dragon Descents on his team. BMA trying to do as much poke as they can. Point just off to the side, perhaps trying to scout that lane in case Orino takes the long approach. But if Kha'Zix also turns that chainmail, that chain vest into a Guardian's Angel as well, that's going to spell a lot of focus problems when it comes to the team fights. They can take out Kha'Zix as soon as he engages and then try to collapse on the rest of his team, and then he will come back once everyone's low on health and possibly able to get a kill reset and get out of that team fight.
I like how there's a trap there in the brush, but Spike getting caught by the Cocoon, has to flat, Dragon's Descent away. That is crucial, cannot use that for the engage. BMA ADC pushing through the mid lane here. Very, very wonky positioning. It's a bit of a concave, really. Legendary are caught between a 3-pincer positioning, but not going to go for the team fight. Spike perhaps backing away, wants to return with the Randall's Omen for the slow, but in doing so, it may buy Legendary the time to initiate the team fight again, or that Baron. For now, no Baron being started. You really need to secure a kill before going for a BMS. He may get caught. There's the Ruthless Predator. Lantern will dash him away. No problems at all. No ultimates being burned. If BMA does get caught, then that really can set up the team fight. But look at this minion push though, taking out the inhib turret after the inner turret. There's Ace in the hole as well as Woody flashing for the pulverize and knocked back into the team, leaps away, culling to a lot of damage. There's Shockwave onto Weedy, more gold, Mega Bomb in the front. Zhonya's, he's incredible. It may drop to an Ardent Blaze, flashes in, but flashes out of the command attack. Weedy and point onto the side. That's a nice knock up there. Excalibur is very, very low, and we do see Hardwell dropping into this fight. GA though is still available onto our Orianna here. That's a fantastic play from Spike. Will drop point, and we need more gold. That's a double kill for Spike. Legendary are collapsing here one at a time. Excalibur may get caught. Adam out of mana.
Excalibur doing a great shockwave to start that fight, even though it was only on to winning more gold. Drop him so low, which then forced that Zhonya's to be popped, and Excalibur flashed over the wall. Winning more gold, answered with a flash immediately, and just BMA just doing a better job there and just doing more damage and picking up more kills across the lane. Hardwell, the only person to die on BMA, and it just looks as Legendary is going to answer with a dragon.
Culling available for the steal as well. Spike there onto the side, but Legendary get that one, so they have managed to creep their way over the gold of best mechanics of, but again, not having enough of a decisive victory to allow the Baron to be taken.
Now, we're coming up to the 45-minute mark now. It's very close. It's 200 gold. 100 gold separating these players. This is the closest game we have for like gold disparity so far in this competition. It shows such an even matchup, and it's so exciting to watch.
And it's just been so consistent, and the pressure really is on here for Legendary. They are one down in this best of 3 series. If they are taken out, they will be removed from the tournament here, of course, whereas that means that Best Mechanics Oz will move on to our grand finals against Tokyo.
Yeah, so it's Legends' top priority not to lose this, turtle as hard as they can, and be very defensive. 2 Banshee Veils are coming out. That's great because Excalibur cannot shockwave you if you have a Banshee's Veil on you. But that command attack can stop it. There's so many ways for them to pop the Banshee Veils. There's a GA getting completed onto Caitlyn, so she won't be focused immediately. That Haunting guy is getting picked up for extra magic pen on the winning more gold. Just annihilating that bottom lane, and that's going to start pushing now.
Full item set completed here for We Need More Gold. Hasn't upgraded his boots yet. That's the only thing that he can do. And Adam now with the GA. So most of our players here having up that extra survivability. So these team fights, they're going to be much more extended than they have been previously.
They weren't long enough, and they're just going to get longer. Oh, that Flame Breath almost popping the GA of Agi's, but not enough right now.
Oh, there's a shockwave onto Adam. Has to pop the GA. Dragon Ascent, but head-butted away. Adam holding onto the GA. Agi getting very, very low. ADC looking for an assassination. Agi will drop. That is our first blood for this team fight. Ready on the run alongside legendary BMA. ADC will get locked down there. That's a second kill in the team fight. A 2 for 0. That will allow BMA to get this Baron. No problems at all. Smite is available here for point if she wants to go for the invade. Bouncy bomb and the ace in the hole over the wall. Hardwell tanks it and almost drops the point. There's a Mega Bomb. Will it get it though? Nope. Best Mechanics Oz get the Baron despite the Mega Bomb and the Smite coming out of point. So that one definitely going towards Best Mechanics Oz despite Hardwell dropping.
Yeah, looking great for BMA right now, doing exactly what they needed to do, getting into that fight. When someone gets kind of low, just out of position, just immediately reacting to that. For a lot of CS coming out for both mid lanes, 400 apiece. They just push every lane. They're at full build. They're almost at max builds right now. It seems like a Zhonya's Hourglass is going to get picked up for that needlessly large rod of Excalibur's there. Spike doing a great job in zoning everyone. BMA jumping off to the side of that team fight, making sure no one escapes, trying to do as much damage as he could to point. But when you get these 1 minute timers, so many objectives can be taken in that time.
It's brutal, and this is really great news for Best Mechanics Oz. Not only do they have the Baron buff, but bear in mind, Excalibur has the GA ready and waiting. Adam does. Well, he does. Did he survive that?
Adam survived that.
What?
Yep.
Adam surviving that team fight. Okay, well, in that case, it's only really the Baron buff that's giving Best Mechanic Oz the edge, which is still quite decisive for mainly the sustain. It means that if BMA ADC does get poked hard on the Kha'Zix, he actually can sustain with the health regen and get back up into the team fight and have a fair bit more health than he did after taking that one. Excalibur with the shield won't get dropped entirely low by the ace, on about 2/3 HP, and again, the Baron buff will give her the regeneration to come back up just fine.
Yeah, actually looks like he might get pinched in between those brushes there, or going on Ruthless Predator.
There's a stun, but a nice command protect. Agi getting bursted down hardcore. Shockwave is not being popped just yet, but it was placed down there. BMA ADC will drop. Agi caught out of position. This will allow the inner top turret to drop and push through to the inhib turret. 60 seconds still on Agi. A very brutal death timer there. Will not spawn for quite a while. Perhaps not in time to defend this inner turret.
Yeah, BMA looking very powerful right now. They have complete control of this game. 4K ahead now. This is a very big lead they got, picking up their 4th turret of the game. They are under turrets and ahead of gold. So they've just got the middle inner turret and bottom inner turret to take out. It's just some more investments around the map they can pick up at any time they want. A chainmail getting picked up, both Kha'Zix and Shyvana. I feel like there's going to be 2 more GAs getting picked up.
Oh, the satchel could have zoned BMA ADC back into the fight here, but look, we do have Mikhail's Crucible being built now, or finished rather, onto Wetty. That's going to be nice, because if someone does get caught, he can use that to keep him alive, especially alongside the face of the mountain. And of course, the Locket of the Iron Solari. So going for a very defensive item set there. Shizelbra getting very, very low to that Mega Bomb.
Yeah, that Mega Bomb doing tons of damage, and that's another turret going straight to BMA. They're picking these up so easily now. They're on par with turrets. 4K lead onto them. But yeah, it's great having that Face of the Mountain on Alistar. Has such a huge health pool, 3.1K. The shield of which Face of the Mountain gives scales with your health. So higher health, higher shield, and it actually explodes for damage. So that's more protection he can give to either Winnie or Gold or Adam. I don't think Adam's safe enough. 1 death he has. That's great. Well, actually, if you look over at Chiseled Bra, 0 deaths. Perfect game so far for him.
Yeah, not only is he itemizing for the peel, he also just has the inbuilt peel in his kit, the headbutt, the pulverize, the heal, and then all of his items. So he's really looking to keep Adam alive in these team fights. And if Caitlyn can, she does have such strong late game with those long range auto attacks that are just incredibly powerful. 350 AD, but has a static shiv and a last whisper, so gonna have nice damage. Infinity Edge will give her some crits as well, and the life steal from Bloodthirster. So a pretty interesting item set though. No Triforce onto Chiseled Bar. Generally you do see Lucians go for that Triforce.
No. She has the Triforce running for the...
Oh, of course.
No, it's all good. There's a lot. There's a lot of yellow down that corner.
There
it can
is.
be very confusing, and it's getting very late into the stream right now. Getting very enduranced. This is only our 2nd game of this best of 3 right now. The first offensive item coming out for Agi now, Black Cleaver, looking for that shred. He can easily get that 4 stack so quickly with the amount of physical damage he can deal to multiple targets at one time. I believe Dominus procs the Black Cleaver passive onto targets around him per second. So that's that's going to spell a lot of trouble to everyone around him, and that's going to work great with Caitlyn being able to pick people off after a team fight with the ace in the hole with a 20% armor shred reduction.
Yeah, so Baron buff timing out, haven't really been able to make use of it. They did push down a couple of those turrets, but that was more so because of the kill onto Agi, keeping him out of it more so than the Baron buff. Now that it is a 5v5, they aren't really looking for that pressure, just trying to catch someone if they can. Agi may get caught, but he is very tanky and backs away.
Yeah, since that minion wave was there, Agi was looking for that slice and dice into either squishies or spike. It doesn't matter. They just want to catch someone and do some damage to someone. Leandre's Torment coming out for Ziggs right now. That poke's going to be so strong right now. If they walk over his minefield, it'll be even stronger since it has that movement speed impairment.
In a bold move, BMA ADC looking to go for a split push here. He may get caught by Point or the rest of the team here in the middle, trying to siege down the middle turret. So only Point being pulled off to BMA ADC will trade very, very well in the 1v1. Cocoon will locking him down for now and pops the Void Assault.
Yeah, another... Oh, as I was saying before, Kha'Zix's picking up that GA high on BMA. 3 Guardian's Angels coming out for BMA. That would kill them 8 times in a team fight to remove them. So that's going to be quite a lot of pressure coming out. I wonder if Adam and Winnie More Gold can maintain that damage output throughout the team fight.
Baron spawning in 20 seconds. That's going to be the objective of choice here, as seizing these turrets is just not working with that lane clear, of course. But Bouncing Bomb's really chunking for a lot of damage. Nice ward coverage here by Best Mechanics. Oh, they do see the Baron rotate and the invade coming out of Legendary. But we do see BMA ADC recalling alongside Excalibur. So for now, if Legendary really rush the Baron, they may have a hard time, but it doesn't look like they're going to.
I think they're kind of scared right now until they get their 5-man ball and actually start to wander throughout there, get some vision down, and actually feel a bit more safer in taking this Baron away from BMA.
Yeah, they didn't have vision on the recalling there, so they didn't know that they were backed away. So Spike positioning very aggressively. Baron buff still on them.
Yeah, that's a long Baron buff. I'm not exactly sure how that Baron buff is still going. Just
doesn't seem to be on them. If you click on them, it doesn't have the icon, but it has the visual for it.
Yeah,
that's weird. It must have timed out. Must be a bug, because they definitely don't have the actual like icon for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a visual problem right now. So yeah, Baron buff not on BMA at all. At least catching high on BMA ADC, getting a little bit caught out there.
We do see not quite the engagement that we were hoping for. Backing away, playing this one incredibly safe. Again, 1 ace will sweeten the deal. Even probably just 1 catch would secure the game. With that long of a respawn timer, it makes it incredibly hard to hold on to your towers. And looking at the base of Best Mechanics, oh, there's a Mega Bomb. Excalibur getting quite low. Ace in the hole, but Lantern's away. Hardwell tanks it and won't drop to the GA.
Yeah, everyone backing away there. Banshee's Veil getting popped on both jungler and top laner of Legendary. Spike trying to get some vision on that, just chill in the brush right now, but it's quite the back and forth game around this Baron. Each team is just pushing mid, getting the advantage from the minion wave, and then backing off, and then re-engaging then after. They're really playing it safe right now.
BMA ADC going for the bot lane, but has to rotate back up when he sees how aggressive Legendary are going for the Baron. That's the power of the Ziggs. If there is a similar minion push for Best Mechanics Oz, he can just move in and fire off that Mega Inferno Bomb and clear them out. Where for Best Mechanic Oz, they have to actually walk away from the lane, clear it out, which means that they're exposing up that Baron. But Point may get caught here. BMA ADC on the chase. Agi's getting focused and bursting down very, very far. That's a Dragon Send onto the team, but no Shockwave as a follow-up there in the front lines. Weddy's getting very, very low. Not a lot of damage. Jumping away. They're all so low. Bouncing Bomb. Also good. Mega Bomb, the Mace Q that kills Hardwell, catches out Point, and no one drops for Best Mechanics Oz, but Weddy is down and out of this team fight.
He was very deep into their base. Deep into their team, in their backlines.
Oh, there
the
goes the GA, ace in the hole, dropping him to the ground, points in the air, and jumps onto Sal. The Shockwave goes in, but misses Mark, but will get the snipe onto Point. Now BMA will drop in kind here. Still a very, very aggressive game. Agi quite low. So that's going to be a 2-for-1 engagement there, but better health looking at Legendary.
Choosing to start the Baron.
Best Mechanic Oz, they're all so low, which will allow Legendary to go for the Baron. Agi is very low. Spike wants to make something happen. Excalibur still has the GA, and so does Chisel Brothers. Baron may decide the game. The Cullen going in. Agi has to jump away, but nice work there. Satchel and a net, but this may secure the Baron here for Best Mechanic Oz. The Baron was incredibly low, and it's being taken. Who will get it? Bouncing Bombs over the wall, and Best Mechanic Oz gets it despite the Bouncing Bombs and the Piltover Peacemaker. But in the bottom, the Inhibit turret does drop.
Minions OP, pushing that so strong and actually taking out the first Inhibitor turret of the game. No champions were there whatsoever. Everyone was too busy fighting over this Baron. But yeah, that was pretty close for Legendary trying to grab that. I think it's our third Baron of the game that's been contested over.
I like that call because it was very bold going for that Baron, but it would have been okay because they can just all jump over the Baron pit without burning the flash, but it really turned around when Best Mechanic Oz actually picked it up from them here. So, look, losing the Inhib turret does suck. Best Mechanic Oz, but they couldn't defend it. If they went to defend it, they would have opened up the Baron in a 4v5 and lost that Baron. So definitely the lesser of two evils, losing the Inhib turret rather than losing the Baron.
Yeah, no doubt. It's coming up to that point where you got to use this Baron buff to do stuff around the map. BMA is trying to secure the vision control in their top side jungle and possibly trying to get this middle inner turret finally. I know they've been taking a long time. It's about coming up to 57 minutes into this game. It's getting really long. Everyone's finishing off their builds. You see the last of the Omens coming out. Sorry, Frozen Heart coming out for Elise. I believe that will be a Frozen Heart at least.
Thornmail as well onto Spike. Not an item that you see very often, but it does give her a lot of damage if she does get focused and will return the physical damage. So we're trying to see some split pushing. BMA ADC onto the top, Spike at the bottom, while the bulk of the team are in the middle because they can't pressure down the turrets in a brute 5-man push because of the good lane clear across the board. But we may see the engage. BMA ADC looking for Agi. Point will get the cocoon, but he's pretty tanky with the command protect. Agi getting shredded hardcore. Satchel into the air, and Agi will drop. There's the shockwave. Chisel gets the turret, but Agi will fall. Now he's getting very, very low in the middle. Hardwell pops down the box. Agi does fall now to BMA, where he's looking low, running for his life now. That's the only death. No pickups there by the culling, but getting
a kill on a turret. That's great work for BMA though. They needed that control on the map. Every wave is pushed in their lane. They can secure that top. They can put pressure, alternate the pressure from top and mid, and just slowly brute force their way into damaging the turret enough and to secure an inhib. I don't believe they'll fully commit to it right now. We're getting to that point where it's quite slow and it's almost one solid team fight will decide the game.
Not only the Baron's buff, but also the Banshee's Veils are bugging out. The Banshee's Veils are getting hit and wearing off, but the icon still shows. So it's a bit misleading.
Bit a lot of visual problems. I do see down the cooldowns.
Whoa, but look at that burst there from Chisabra, almost taking down We Need More Gold. Had the card been available, that probably would have been a snipe.
Yeah, he would have just gone straight in with it.
In the middle, there's Adam dropping to his GA and getting shut down by BMA ADC. That's another turret in the bottom here. That may open up the game. The middle turret drops as well. Look at the damage from Excalibur here. Inhib will fall now. Fantastic, but so does the bottom Inhib. 2 Inhibs now are spawning in a 4v5 against the Baron. Legendary, not looking too good.
Yeah, using that Baron to great efficiency there. BMA using Excalibur using her bow so efficiently to a zone, and if they do come into contact, she slows them, and immediately you see Kha'Zix just initiating straight onto whoever gets slown within that command distance. Witty just selling an item there, having to pick up, yes, selling the face of the mountain and picking up the talisman, so that's a very niche situational pick of supports. You never really see them sell items like that.
Yeah, usually because they have gold issues, but at this stage it's so late into the game that he can get away with doing that. I think the talisman is definitely a good pickup. The shield is nice, but I think that the priority isn't exactly keeping Adam alive, and if it is, he already has enough peel anyway, but having the talisman really does allow them to position better with that speed boost and disengage or engage however they do please. So
since Adam died with that GA, he's actually sold that to pick up a Hydra right now.
Wow.
It's very beneficial because you just have a GA that sits there with a bunch of resistance. Why not get a Zephyr? Sorry, a Zephyr, not a Hydra. It gives you a bunch of cooldowns, gives you a bunch of movement speed and attack speed. That's really good for Caitlyn, getting her to weave in and out of this fights.
The tenacity is also defensive, which is nice here, but pressuring down the middle Nexus turrets while Spike split pushes up to the top, so really putting the pressure on. If they can get all 3 inhibs, that would be fantastic, but BMA is looking for a snipe and gets knocked away. Nice work there. Mega Bomb going in, getting them quite low. Spike's going to get focused here, knocked up into there with a pulverize, jumps away. The Mega Bomb going in, that's a repel rather, but we do see Adam dropping to the ground. Inhib exposed. Chisabra looking for the culling. Nice shockwave. Hits point and Agi. Chisabra very, very low. Point does drop. Now, who's going to be next? Agi taking this one very, very well. Respawning now. Minion taking up the red turret in the middle. That's the first turret. Second one being not long after. Inhibitor being pushed down. This is looking very, very well. The best mechanics, We Need More Gold doing a lot of damage. ADC looking for the kill. Doesn't find it. Back on the base for the respawning health, but that will be the Nexus. Dropping very, very low. And that is your GG. Best Mechanics Oz, they picked this one up. A 2 for 0 in his best of 3. 61 minutes 55. The longest game we have seen here at League at OMG, and the longest game that I have ever seen, I'm pretty sure, in my time of casting.
I think that's my longest game I ever casted as well. That was really interesting. There was so much back and forth around that Baron, around 40 minutes. It slowed down a lot. There was a lot of control around the Baron. Pretty much, if someone got it, the other team just went defensive, and the other team just went aggressive, and it just kept repeating like that. And as we saw, BMA just pulled through, just did so much well that us just did better than them. Popping Adam's GA really early, really became the turning point.
Yeah, exactly. But that was the end of this game. Yeah, now we will see BMA, the team, move on to our grand final. So, getting just a little bit jolly. We'll be back shortly.
Can't wait.
With the grand final, which is a best of 5. So that's going to be a pretty intense series. Until next time, we are the General's Gentlemen.
We'll be back.
See you later.